All right, I got a quick video for you on SoFi, okay? First of all, if you're a SoFi shareholder, congrats on the 7% move today. I opened up my accounts after the close and I was like, oh, nice. SoFi had a really good day, 7%. Maybe there was some news I missed, right? So I start going to the news section, checking it out. I don't see anything for like multiple days, like 14 days. No company specific news, but the stock is up 7% in a single day. I don't see that very often, okay? I looked at the press releases, I looked at the investor relations page. I was like, there's gotta be something I'm missing. They must have announced some big news, something very exciting around the company. What would be making it move up 7% today? Some smaller cap names are up today. There's a decent amount of earnings that were pretty good yesterday, so maybe that's what's helping this stock move up a little bit, but still a 7% move in one day. Normally you would want to see some company specific news with that, unless you have like a really teeny tiny market cap company. Let's remember, SoFi is not a teeny tiny market cap company. This is almost a $9 billion market cap, right? So it's not like retail's just deciding to buy more today to move this stock up 7%. So it just got me thinking. So I'm excited to get into this video. We're going to chat through some good stuff. But first, if you're new here, I'm Austin. I'm a coder at cloudmusicsuite.com. I'm a stock market investor. Most importantly for this video, I'm a SoFi shareholder. You probably know that if you're on the channel by now. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and become one of those 3,200 or so subscribers and drop a like on the video while you're at it. Means a lot to me, helps the channel out in a massive way. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, let's dive into it. So I've got a 3-month chart pulled up here for SoFi. In December of 2023, we passed the $10 mark, okay? And then leading into earnings, we had dumping of shares in a crazy, colossal way, all the way down to the mid sevens, around the $7.50 range. Then SoFi comes through. Not only do they report absolutely amazing earnings, but they actually record their first ever GAAP net income numbers being positive for the first quarter in the company's history. That was huge. And they guided that full year 2024, 2025, and 2026 would be EPS positive, with those EPS numbers growing massively over the next 3 years. The stock ran up short term to the $9 range, and then it very, very quickly dumped back down to the mid sevens. I made a video and said, hey, I am buying more SoFi shares. I got even more bullish after that Q4 report. I started buying more SoFi shares, which I hadn't done for many months. And I thought I might be able to pick up shares for like 2 months, 3 months, maybe until they report their next earnings. I said I would buy through the $7 range and even through the $8 range a little bit. I only made a few purchases before now, where we're at today, we're up past $9 again, right? Why would the stock have dumped so much after earnings after all this good news? This is what got me frustrated. SoFi seems like it's one of the most manipulated stocks out there from Wall Street. I want to be clear. Retail did not make this stock drop in December from $10 all the way back down to $7.50. That was Wall Street. Retail did not make the stock pop from $7.50 all the way up to the $9 range after earnings. That was Wall Street. Retail did not dump the stock all the way down back to $7.50. That was Wall Street. And today and the last few weeks that we've been on this run all the way back up to the $9.15 range, once again, that was not retail, that was Wall Street. They're just pushing the stock up. Retail jumps in on the train. They dump some shares, dumps all the way back down to $7.50. They buy up the stock again, more retail hype comes on, they dump the stock back down to $7.50. Retail jumps on the train because they're buying up shares. It's this cycle back and forth and back and forth. I've seen this play out with multiple different companies in the past, but honestly, never as bad as I've seen it with SoFi. Based on the trend over the last little while, what I would bet is going to happen is we see a little bit more strength tomorrow, and then we start dumping again back down to the $7 range, and then we see this cycle play out again. I'm excited for when the cycle stops happening, but what's going to have to come down in order for that to happen is the short interest with SoFi. This is a heavily shorted stock, and it's almost all by institutions. It's not by retail. As of about a month ago, the short interest was 17%. What I would love to happen is for a big old short squeeze to happen as we're running up to the $9 range, for more firms to step in, put more buying pressure on the stock, and force some of the shorts to cover, bring that short percentage down, and that can lead to a very, very rapid rise in the share price. I would love to see that. If they're forced to cover their short position, manipulation through a rally and a short squeeze. It's just very redeeming after seeing all the manipulation with SoFi stock price over the last many months, and honestly multiple years now. I'm more excited than ever to be a SoFi shareholder, looking at the forward PE that's on this company, looking out to 2025, looking out to 2026. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's just going to be a matter of time before the market agrees with retail that this stock is undeniable. This management team is undeniable. The company is firing on all cylinders. They're doing literally everything right. The stock price movement has just not caught up with the fundamentals of the company and how well the management team is running this thing. It will happen over time. Many investors, many retail investors have really good gains. I'm sitting on really good gains with SoFi, but it's nowhere close to what I see happening over the span of 2025 through 2030. I think it's going to be a really fun ride to watch how this management team runs this thing, and I believe we're going to get rewarded in a massive way. It's just a matter of time. It pays off to be patient and wait, especially with a very strong company, with a very strong management team like SoFi. What am I doing with my purchases right now? I have paused purchases, just like I said in my last video on SoFi. I was going to buy through the $7 range, I would nibble through the $8 range, and I would chill out in the $9 range. I have currently chilled out my buys because I've got some other opportunities that I want to take advantage of and deploy my capital there. Not even thinking for a second about selling a single SoFi share, holding 100% of my shares. Very happy shareholder. Can't wait to see the story play out. I would just love to see the manipulation stop a little bit with SoFi share price. We'll see what happens. If this rally continues, maybe we're going to buck the trend of popping into the 9s, dropping back down to 7.5, popping to the 9s, dropping back down to the 7.5. If we don't buck the trend and it continues, once we drop back down into the 7s, even the 8s, I'll be picking up more shares in some kind of way. More selling pressure from Wall Street, the more buys I'm going to put in. Let me know if you're holding SoFi shares below, if you're selling SoFi shares into the strength. I want to hear about it. Let me know what you're doing with SoFi. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing day.